This is his percent, and I have two little things left over. The one says order more. The other one says, did you order more? Because I forget. And usually, like this one, because it's got no sticker on it, came from the vet and I paid a lot more. Oh, hey guys. Happy Saturday. All right, we are in my garage again. We're always either inside my garage or we're outside. That's really good. You should always be outside. Outside's fun. Okay, so today's episode is all about springtime. I love springtime. I love the flowers. I love all the things that happen. You know, animals get Twitter pated and we get lots of babies. So today aside from beet pulp, no, we're not going to be talking about beet pulp. That's for Darcy. I wanted to, oh, that's weird. Check this out. Focus. That's kind of neat, huh? That's a piece of sugar beet. Let's see if my camera will focus on it. Come on, focus. Anyway, it's a piece of sugar beet, and it's dried up. There you go. I'm not going to throw this in there. I'm going to throw it away. It's too big. They won't chew it up right. But today I want to talk about the outside. Let's see. All right, I don't fill these up 100%. This is usually what I get for Darcy and Jarvis for their beet pulp in the mornings. And at night, I do usually fill this all the way up in the wintertime. But in the summertime, they don't get too much. And I'm not going to give them alfalfa this morning. So you always want to make sure that that your beet pulp is sufficiently covered with water. You don't want to have it in crunchy because that creates all sorts of problems. It has to be rehydrated. So if you have a horse that is like diabetic, that can't handle sugar at all, you can soak it and then throw away the water. Anything like over soak it and then throw away the water that's left over, and that will keep a little bit more of the sugars down. And so, but there's not a lot of sugar in the sugar beet because it actually turns into what you guys use for table sugar. So that's what they use. Surprise, surprise. Okay. So, all right, that's that. That's that. And I'm going to put Darcy's little pill. Order more. Backwards, you guys can't see it. Can you read backwards, you guys? It says order more. This is his percent. This is backwards. I really need to get a camera, guys. When I get my monetization, the very first check that I get from YouTube, I am buying a new camera, like a real camera, one that I don't have to worry about using my phone to turn around so you guys can't see it say order more. But anyway, this is his percent, and I have two little things left over. The one says order more. The other one says, did you order more? Because I forget. And usually, like this one, because it's got no sticker on it, came from the vet and I paid a lot more than I would have if I bought it online through my veterinarian's pharmacy. So anyway, boop, there it goes. All right, so I'm gonna put that in there. It's gonna do fine. Chicken feed. Chickens need to eat too, especially with the new ones. Sometimes, like yesterday, I let them out for the first time. I picked them up on a Friday, and I let them out Friday. So they did good. They're very, very good foragers. I watched one look at a moth on the side of the barn, and it jumped up and grabbed the moth off the side of the barn. My guess is they're not going to be that aggressive later on when they realize that all they have to do is look on the ground. These guys are really good foragers, and I am very, very happy. So today's going to rain in the afternoon, so I'm going to give them some feed, and we're going to keep them in the coop. As you can see, the beet pulp is soaking. That's Darcy's bucket. There's a lot of water in there. And this is Jarvis's bucket. And we have our chicken feed. Hello, Eeyore. Hi. How are you, handsome? You ready to go feed the chickens? You ready to go feed the chickens? All right, let's go feed the chickens. Morning, chickens. Hello, ladies. Hello, chickens. Hello, guys. Oh, you guys are learning. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hellos. You guys hungry? All right, let's go feed your chickens. I already put some out there. So, boop. Myself. Hello. Hellos. Anybody hungry? Who's laying an egg on the floor? Nobody yet. That's good. They're all outside. Alrighty. I always like to come in and check, make sure they have plenty of water, which they do. Hello. I'm gonna call you Lady Hawk because you always just look like that. You do. You're just like cool. I know. What do you think? You look like you're a little chilly. Yeah, you're a little fluffy. What do you think? Oh, sounds like Eeyore just bounced up against the thing. So, alright, let's see if there's any eggs. There shouldn't be that many this time of morning, because it's still early. Oh, hello, Sniffles. Can I get in here, baby? I know, stop it. I know. There's probably a couple under there. She's all mad. I know, there's probably a couple under there. Can I have them? You're all fluffy. You gonna lay an egg? Is that what you're doing in there? Is there one in there? Is that what you're doing? Alright, I'll give you some privacy. Well, we only got one egg. One egg. But that's okay, because it's still early in the morning. It's like 10 o'clock. And they all usually don't lay until like they finish at 1. So it's starting to sprinkle. And we're talking about springtime. We're talking about babies and little newborn things and lovelies. And let me see here. I'll put this with the other two. Let me see. Put this down. Hold on a second. The barn looks so sad with nothing in it. Well, there's stuff in it. Sold some hay, which is good. But no horses. They're over there. So it looks kind of sad when there's nothing in here. Okay. So, I have a Jarvis hair on my screen, and it's been driving me crazy, and I can't get it off. It's like all stuck on there. So, pasture's coming in somewhat okay. We really need this rain. Let's see, I'll show you. That's what the pasture kind of looks like. I mean, it looks really pretty like that. But when you really get down to it, there's just a bunch of this little grass, which is fine. This little stuff is starting to come up. This will really come up. This is warm weather grass. So all of these little sprigs here, they're all gonna come up really quick when we get a little bit of rain. The stuff that's up right now, clover, all that's clover. That's all cool season grass. Same with the fescue here. That's cool season grass. And then of course the weeds. These weeds, which I've been mowing to keep them down. So after the boys moved over to the other side, I mowed the pasture down to cut the tops of the weeds off so the weeds won't go to seed and grow, and that way it'll allow the little grass to grow. So let's go see what's in the playground. Okay, you guys. Now, 10 o'clock in the morning, in the wintertime, usually there are deer down there. Since after New Year's, maybe a couple days afterwards, I took out the camera. So I don't know their schedule right now. And that darn tree again. It's touching the fence. Is it touching the fence again? Yes. It's touching the fence again. Oh, no, it's not. Well, yeah, it is. I have to be careful with this one because it's like dead. There, that should hold it. It's dead and it's leaning and it's so big that if I break it, which is easy, I mean, it's very light, it'll fall down and I'll have to do all of this all over again. So I don't want to do that. I hate all these prickers. I need to come down here with some weed stuff, kill some of these prickers. So, I don't think there's going to be any deer down here, and if they are, they're probably already gone by now. Because, one, deer see blue very, very well. Very well. It's like us seeing green, the safety green and safety orange. It's very bright. They can see it for a really long far away. So that's why I wore this. This is a playground. It's doing pretty good. I did not throw any seed down here this year, but as you can tell, there are some grass that's growing up there, and that's all the trees that I cut down in a previous video. And I did say that I was gonna put a camera out here to see what comes in and out of here and what makes this a home, but I haven't done it yet, which is probably a bad thing. But I don't see if anything has gone in it. Nothing has made any type of hole to go through it. And I don't see any bark being eaten, so I'm gonna gather they've got plenty of food elsewhere. So let's go there. Yeah. So I'm really excited to see what's on these cards. I hope there's something on there because the rut this past November was really, really successful. There was a lot of does that are going to be mamas. And then I did see a couple of videos where the does were getting heavy. So, alrighty. Absolutely love it down here. So pretty. Here's the stream. It's doing pretty good. Now, it's not moving as quickly as it normally does because of all of this. And what was happening was as this flooded out, I mean, it's been flooding up to here and flooding over here. It's been washing away the base of the thing, and the riprap has been keeping our bridge in place. So we're just gonna leave it there, and that'll be just fine. All right, here's our shooting range for all my new people, all my new subscribers. You probably haven't seen this yet unless you went back onto a couple of my other videos and binge watched. But this is our shooting range. My husband made this for us and our friends to target shoot back here, which is really nice. We have some regular everything. This is his thing. That's part of my thing. My other thing is up there, and my other thing is over there. This is my area in the woods. And that's why I live here. It's so nice and so pretty out here. I absolutely love it. So this is where I go to recharge when I get stressed out, when work is a little bit too much, it's too crazy. I come out here and I relax because it's nice, quiet, hear the birds. So I moved a couple of my cameras around simply because as I was walking through here and checking for trails and highways and so forth, I happened to notice an area that was new that I hadn't seen before as far as rubs or scratch marks and stuff like that. So I wanted to see what was coming through there. So for my new subscribers, I also go hunting. I try to support my family the best that I can, and you've probably seen the cows, and the cows are in our freezer now, and that was my very first attempt at raising cows. I'm sorry you guys, I'm looking out into the woods to see if I see any movement, but I love that tree. That tree is my favorite. Isn't it so neat? It's like all knotted. It's way cool. But let's go up and see if anybody's eaten the corn that I threw up there. Let's see. I've eaten a little bit, but there's one of my cameras over there, and there's a camera way in there. So let's grab the cards and see what we see. So I'm probably not gonna come back here in the next couple of days. Let them enjoy that, because after hunting season, like for some reason, like during hunting season, all the new smells are coming out and they get really accustomed to it. But like right now, because nobody's been out here for a while, so this new smell, that they're used to seeing. That's part of their everyday environment now, which is why that stays there. But me and my new smells, and even though I'm really super careful not to touch any vegetation, and I always wear my boots because rubber boots doesn't leave scent. I did get the other camera card, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Anyway, like I was saying, I do try to not leave any scent, but you're gonna have scent on your hands, and I did not wash my hands because I want them to get to know my scent and associate it with not being a predator, which they're gonna get jumpy about it anyway, but it's not gonna scare them off. What would be really cool is if I could put like something in here because it's so much easier to come down this way and go that way and not be seen by anything out there than coming down and cutting across and doing all sorts of stuff. But oh well, it is what it is, and they don't come in here, and I'm not going to spend a small fortune to turn this into a food plot, especially when I let the boys down here, because they'll eat it. Yeah, so I had wait, it's in my pockets. Come on, card. Actually, I have two. Where's the other one? There's the other one. I have two cards. So let's go back into the house and see what we can find. Hopefully there's something on here. No. That is a nasty toy that's been outside. You're not gonna bring it in. You're gonna leave that out here. Yeah, we really need to redo our deck. We're working on that. So we have raccoons. Raccoons usually come first because they can smell the corn, and they hear all the rustle from the squirrels during the day, and that's usually what brings the rest of the animals in. At least that's what my experience. But what do we have here? we have 4 does. There's one, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's that one that just came up. There's the 2 there. There's going to be 1 in the back. You can just see her ear there. And then that one that just put her head up. Now the one that is in the front, she's a little bit darker. She just put her head up just now. Not that one that's stepping forward, but the one that just put her head down. She's pregnant. And we've got another one that's coming back. So there's 5. You can see it between the 2 on the left. And let's see if I can make my screen a little bit bigger. So there's 5. And if you guys look behind the deer, you can see movement in the woods. So there's another one coming. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can your eyes pick up on it? So there we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 5. And then way to the left, behind the squiggly tree, there was some movement and I just saw an ear. So there's another one coming in. Can you see it now? Did you guys see it? So the one that's moving ahead right now, that's in the foreground, she's a little skinny. She's probably from last year. She just she's obviously higher up than that other one. And that's what they do. They always, you know, pop each other like that. So between this 2 group, you can see in the background more deer starting to come in. And that's how they work. You always have 1 or 2. Usually it's your yearlings, your fawns, your overzealous babies. Usually they're the ones that first come in, and then you have all your adults in the background. So if you guys look past these really cute ones in the front, you can see movement in the back. And those are the ones that are super bright. And anybody that says that deer don't look up into the trees, if you're in a tree stand, yeah, they do. So we've got this one in the front that's really super skinny. I can't tell if she's pregnant or not, but the one behind her, she's darker. She is definitely very pregnant. The one that put her head up, she's very pregnant. And here's a little close-up shot of the deer. This is from one of the other cameras that are in the back. So they look a little ratty right now. She's pregnant. You can see that she's a little pregnant on the side, and the baby's going to be moving. You can see that she's super skinny. So I'll probably be continuing to put out some corn so they can gain some weight, especially that one in the background. And the one that was in the back is this one now in the front. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I can see that are pregnant, and they probably won't have their babies until the middle of May. Their gestation is about 200 to 215 days. So if the rut was in November, they should be having their babies in mid to end of May. So now you can see our group has grown from 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm counting heads here, 5, 6, 7. Plus there's another one coming in the back, so there's 8. Because can you guys see it? She's way in the back. She's starting to come through the woods. And there's a 9. There, she's got her head down. And that one that's coming up in the woods, you can see her clearly now. So now that stomp right there that you saw that one just do, that is a warning stomp. And I can guarantee you it's because this one here in the front, who's staring right at the camera, can smell me on the camera. And she's the one that stomped. She is a little bit more of a more experienced doe, most likely. And she knows what people's smell is. And she's a little bit on alert. She's not too happy. You never want to see that. If you're hunting, you never want to see stomping. Because usually they're going to tell the other deer that there's something going on. So all of these does, there's a whole bunch now. There's, I think, a group of 12 actually come in total. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 10 here right now. They do have their own hierarchy, and there are subordinate does and there are lead does. And you'll see your higher up does, they look a little bit better. their coat is a little darker. See, there's another one coming in behind the group there. And they tend to rear up and they strike out at your lower does. They try to keep them in their place. So there's quite a few there right now, and there's 2 more coming in the back that I could see. A little bit of movement through the woods. I told you. That's what they do. They kind of strike at each other. So now there's 2 more that are coming in. Can you see them in the back? Way in the back on the left. So the thing with deer is they tend to psych you out. They look like they're coming and they'll hang out here for a little while. And then these guys, they all look like they're leaving. But there's always 1 or 2 that hang around. And then they'll turn around and they'll come back in. So as a hunter, you're going to see this and you'll be like, oh gosh, they're all leaving. I didn't take my chance. I didn't have a shot. But I have learned, and I'm a relatively new hunter. I've been only hunting this property for 2 years. And I've learned that they do come back. So patience is definitely a virtue when it comes to deer hunting. But right now, we're just being observers. Hunting does not start until October, so we're going to have lots of chances to see these guys and their babies grow, and I can't wait until we see the first little fawn. It'll be so exciting. So like I said, there they are. They look like they're going away, and I'd be a little upset. But look at that one doe right there. That's your head doe. Her coat is very, very dark, especially this time of year, so she's very healthy. She is getting all of the nutrients of whatever they find first. She gets there first, and she eats as much as possible. But this little lady, that's in the front here, that was just looking at the camera, that one may have some issues come hunting season if she doesn't smarten up. Usually a hunter will look for the stragglers, the ones that look a little weaker, just to try to thin out the herd. We don't always go for the prime, healthy ones, because those are the ones that breed. And here we are again. Aren't they so cute? They're so adorable. But yeah, we don't always go for the real big ones, unless they're bucks, and it's really different. But the does, you want to keep the older does around because they tend to have twins after the age of 1.5 to 2. So they'll have 2 to help raise your herd. Your yearlings and the 1-year-olds will usually only have 1 baby. But your older does will always come back to feed plots because they have really great memories. So the older does, you want to let them keep on breeding, and you want to take their babies, which later in the season they'll be bigger and they'll be big enough to feed a good sized family. Because I know I've got 5 deer in my freezer and we're only halfway through. So yeah, so that's these little guys. And most of them have decided to disperse back into the woods again. As you can see, then they're heading out, and they don't really stick around too long. So you got to see the deer. We have a very, very big group, which is fantastic. Last year's babies are starting to get big, and no babies yet. So we will probably wait and watch these does grow, and let's go in the coop and see what kind of eggs we have. Hello, ladies. Hello, everybody's. Excuse me, ugly pants. You guys look kind of wet. You guys look wet and cold. Hi. Hi, Sniffles. Did you finally lay your egg? And that's why you're called Sniffles. I know. You look like you're having troubles. Let's see, who's laid some eggs? Ooh, there's 3 in here. That's good. Yes, I know, Sniffles. I'm taking your eggs. Ooh. What's up, Gertrude? Anybody else lay on the ground that I need to know about before I go walking around? Oh, there's one in there. Thank you. Oh, that one's chilly. You guys figuring out your balance yet? Are you still falling? Still falling in there. Now that was impressive. How about you, miss? Look who's you pooping in there. You're not supposed to poop in there. It's your bed. Anybody else? Gertrude, hop along. Anybody else lay? Go on outside or something. I just want to make sure that Hopalong is not an egg pecker. I have a feeling she might be. Alright, see you later. Thank you for the eggs. See you later. Do you see yourself in there? Funny chickens. Alright guys, well, it's raining. I was gonna do another video for you that involved Jarvis and his feet, because he has a crack that the farrier found the last time that we were there, and I told him that I would promise to monitor it. So I think I'll wait for that for tomorrow. His feet are gonna be a little soft because of the rain today, but truthfully, it's cold. It's rainy. And I really don't want to do it. So we'll see you next time, guys, on Summerfield Farm and the guys that live outside and they are soaking wet draft horses. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. See you tomorrow.